Central Nevada popped and did a surprise attack on me. If we look at the front reports, here you'll see they did a surprise attack and they got one of my balloons. I'm not sure why, but I had a balloon inside their territory, and maybe that upset the AI because I did embargo them. But they surprise attacked me, so it boosted my popularity everywhere else, so that's fine. Because I've been taking over so many people, it's good to get a little popularity boost, but I should be prepared for other AIs just deciding to attack me. The North Wyoming force that was at the capital, Buffalo, after I've taken them over, this 43 infantry group is going to move to the capital at Manti, and Manti's my new rallying point. I don't care if they take Ibex, and they haven't started moving yet, so that's also good. Oh, you know what happened? They were moving infantry. Pretend I had my balloon here, they were moving infantry, and they got into contact. And I guess I got surprise attacked because they attacked my balloon. Because normally they declare war. That's interesting. I'll need to think about that. But this isn't too bad. I mean, the morale is like 43% here. This 20 group is like a 15, 16 infantry group. And the morale is just going to keep going lower. I'll process them while I'm doing my plan. Now, Illinois keeps taking ground. You can see the smokestacks here in Wisconsin and in Iowa and Missouri. You can see he's still right here, but he didn't take the capital. So I need to actually move in and take the capital. The average morale for Missouri has gone down to 70%. I believe they were like 75, 80. So they may die by their own. If Missouri ends up taking Illinois and gets 2 more double resource provinces while I'm fighting the Southern Coalition, it's just going to be a problem. If we look at the newspaper, you can see the casualties on both sides have been pretty high, and Illinois has taken the most hits, but they've gained a lot of land. But Missouri lost 83,000 troops, so that's very good. So I'm going to go in with a big force. Now I have my big army here with Hank, and I have some cavalry showing up. 1 cavalry here, 3 cavalry here. So in total I have 5 cavalry, but we're going to attack up here where you see the arrows, and we're going to just try to get in here like that. I don't want to obviously declare war on Illinois, but I want to smack their capital. Now I'm going to have an artillery group, 2 artillery, 1 balloon, follow them. And if I feel like the army's getting chased, I'll split Hank's army up. Oh, I can get Orhan back. Let's see, Orhan's back. He'll help take those people out. But yeah, I hope this will be quick, and we'll find out. Just pretending I was moving all along here. That's 2 days. It's going to be a little bit quicker, but that's 2 days, so that's a while. I think by then I'll have my main force ready to take out the Southern Coalition. Now with the Southern Coalition, I've been noticing Texas just keeps moving troops south, and I don't know why. Whenever I see troops getting recruited in these shaded areas, they're always going south. And he has not been at war since he's been fighting Oklahoma. I think he's waiting for me to attack, but we'll see. If I take Missouri, my plans might change against the South. And originally, I was going to go sack their capital, zoom back around, and then do the main attack against West Mexico, taking out their capital. But now that Missouri might be out of the game, I might swap that around and do my sneak attack, hitting their capital, wounding West Mexico and distracting him, come back up, and then use my main force just to take out Texas and then go down from here. Because I wouldn't have to worry about a new border with Missouri. My army is doing very well. 41 minutes to day change. I now have the mightiest army, which is good. West Mexico's right behind me, about 1.5 points. And West Mexico is at war with El Paso. And El Paso's right here. Not going to be on my border fighting El Paso. Not even if he takes Chihuahua here. If they were to attack these 2 countries or here at Sonora, that would be immediate. I need to regroup and do a counterattack. And this is a good AI to get a morale boost because you can move here and then here, maybe split up at this point and try to end it so you take the capital at the end. Where this AI, it's like, do you want to take the capital right away? I don't think so. Probably have to attack here and then go this way. But I don't want to do that because morale is low here. It's actually good, getting pretty high now. That's good. 75% is good. I have so much energy that I'm building railroads in every single material resource province now. And yeah, my materials is crazy too, but it is what it is. Factories in every double resource province that's energy or materials. I'm just an economic powerhouse now. Things are going great. Oh, and then spies. I've put in spies. We won't see them, but I put them at my 4 enemies' capitals. Missouri, Texas, West Mexico, and South Mexico. I'll start getting intel from that. And the big one is here. I'm going to actually put a spy in Los Mochis when I get closer to invading them. Oh, you can see Chihuahua's economy is going bankrupt. They're dead. I'm surprised they didn't take Chihuahua since they have double resource provinces. Double oil and double wood, it would be great. Because Texas only has 1 double coal that they just got from Oklahoma, and they just built a second building, so I'm assuming that's a railroad. where West Mexico started with double food. That's why they probably have a big army. I see a double coal here. They didn't get the double wood. Texas got that from whoever AI country this was. And that's that. West Mexico doesn't have a lot of materials, but they're going to field a lot of infantry, and if they're smart, cavalry. And then there's South Mexico. Now, South Mexico has a double material here, double wood, and a double fish, so no energy. They need Chihuahua like there's no tomorrow. They're not going to have enough oil to play their games. So for example, where's the oil? So I see a single barrel here and a single barrel here that they have. Nothing else. I guess there's one right here that they can get, and there's one right here that they can get way down here. There's nothing else down there that's oil. So that's 4 barrels. That's fine in the early game. And then there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They move their resource bar properly, like I have with 0% oil consumption for daily consumption, then they may have enough oil for the early game. And we're still kind of in the early game right now. If anything, I make too much oil. I've been selling it in the stock market when prices are good, but they're still not more expensive than materials. That's how you know we're still industrializing and everyone else is still industrializing, because they're all wanting to buy wood and steel to build up their infrastructure. And then in a late game, oil is everything. And I have an obscene amount of oil, so it's good. I have 2 double oil resource provinces. But yeah, this is going to be fun. I love smashing through countries. It's the evening of day 14. I was pushing through Missouri with my army you see here, but it took me some while to regroup. I wanted all the cavalry together. You can see I have the 5 cavalry here, and the artillery were slow. And he brought in so many armored cars. If I double click around me, there's 11 armored cars in the vicinity. Now I've killed a bunch of armored cars too. Let's look at that newspaper. So I've lost 3,000 troops. Missouri has lost 23,000. Not a lot, but it's still good numbers on my end. And the armored cars were just being a problem. So I needed to bring in the artillery to shoot him. Now I think he goes to bed while it's my evening, because he was moving around when I was waking up. And I feel like he's going to start moving around again. But another thing interesting happened. Now he took out Illinois. I asked Illinois, can I see what's going on? Because while he's getting destroyed. And it was good. It was good to see what was going on. And what I learned from, here's the rest of Illinois. Here's what I learned from Illinois is Missouri doesn't have much going on besides these armored cars. And Kentucky is now joining the fray. And you're like, what in the world? Is this coordinated? So here's Kentucky. You can see they've taken parts of Illinois from Missouri. So I'm like, yes, this is perfect. You can see the smokestacks. They're not doing great against Missouri. You can see that here. Kentucky's lost a 5-to-1 kill ratio. 8,000 Missouri against the 43,000 against Kentucky. But Kentucky's doing a wonderful job by distracting Missouri. Now, if I look at Kentucky's service record, you can see the kills aren't doing great. His average morale is not great. And his PvP kills are bad. So he's probably just attacking in waves and getting beat up real bad. But honestly, that's the perfect person I want to help distract me against Missouri. My goal is to ignore this army. I have a defensive line here, and I could stop any army that comes at me with enough time if he starts moving in. But he's actually been playing defensive, and maybe Kentucky attacking him was the final straw. But I'm moving in, so I'm going to break through here. Tonight, I'm going to take this spot, and then I'll have my armored car and this army rush in to take this area. But I'm going straight for the capital because, as we discussed earlier, his economy is not built correctly. If I take the capital, he'll just be a walking corpse. Because also look at all the territory I can see. I don't see any railroads anywhere. I'm sure he built them all or used all those materials for armored cars. And then there's Orhan. Orhan's back in the fray. I decided to move Orhan to the eastern front. Artillery and a tank is coming to assist, and we'll have 2 artillery just bombing this location. And I have no problem sitting here. This army with Orhan is not meant to gain ground. It's to kill the units and the armies that are nearby. Because if I do knock out his capital, I'm convinced Missouri's going to quit. And when he quits, he's going to turn to an AI. Let's just get a head start and kill these big army groups. Now you may be asking, like, well, what's going on with Texas? Why is Texas coming up here? You could see him marching. And I was worried about that this morning. And then I was looking at my spies, and my spies here says Texas is all the way down here with Hank, Texas Hank, against South Mexico. And you're like, wait, South Mexico's their ally. Yeah, he was their ally. You could see South Mexico's the southern expanders. West Mexico left the coalition, and Texas left the coalition. And they're both at war with South Mexico. Crazy, right? I'm thinking they're teaming up with Georgia, because let's go over the spies. Now here with Missouri, we could see Missouri is sharing map with Texas right here. So I believe what happened is, which ended up being perfect for me, because this takes a long time to cross the ocean, right? Maybe a day or two. Now what happened? Well, actually, let's just show it. All right, we're doing this for the movie. Okay, so 8 days and 12 hours. You see that. This infantry moves here at 8 days and 12 hours. What happened? Well, he went the reverse. He went up here. Let's just say he was right here. 9 days and 19 hours. So a day and 7 hours to get from here. We'll add just another day to reorganize and attack. This was probably a 2-day surprise for Texas to invade South Mexico with West Mexico. And you could see in the newspaper here, South Mexico is destroying West Mexico. It's a 10-to-1 kill ratio, 30,000 versus 3,000. Texas is doing okay. Texas actually attacked their light cruiser. I didn't get to film it, but the surprise attack happened that way. Something happened between them, and I was thinking, oh, they're trying to join Missouri because Missouri has a coalition. But then I was thinking, wait, why not Georgia? Georgia's the next biggest player. Maybe West Quebec? I guess they're in a team. Georgia, West Quebec, and Eskimo Point. Oh, there's another new coalition coming up. Good. That's what happened. I bet over time, when my spies give me all the tea, we're going to find out that since Texas and Missouri were sharing map, they were buddies. And, Texas and West Mexico are buddies. So they're like, we need to just be the strongest group. And they've been really hesitant to attack any of my territories' neighbors. They don't want to fight these countries, which is fine with me. So this is great though. So what's happening? So they're distracted, right? They got Hank in the water. With this distraction, I mean, we already talked about this is like 1 to 2 days to get back up here. All Texas is doing is trying to get as many troops that are new recruits up to the front line. He's not actually preparing to attack me, which is great. Thank you, spies. But this is going to set me up for my strategy. I'm still going to take out Missouri's capital and, maybe do a sweep of territory, clean house. I don't want to take anything. But then I need to get over here to Sonora and start my real invasion. I haven't still decided, but I'm either hitting here or here first. And I can actually do both. I would like to smack a capital and then start pushing and taking land. And now that Missouri's out of the picture, I don't feel as bad going the original route. But West Mexico's, it would be great just to smack their capital real quick as a surprise attack. But we'll see. This will be fun. I think this is going really good. Yeah, and I can't wait. I can't wait to beat up Georgia and the Canadians too. Also, I forgot to finish the intelligence report. West Mexico received a message from Texas saying headed to his capital. Now, what does that mean? Well, it's probably my army going to this capital. This was the time that Texas started bringing troops up here more en masse. Before, they were all going down south a couple days ago. And I was wondering, why are they all going south? He's not at war with anyone. But he was trying to take out his former ally, South Mexico. Last, you could see Texas is trying to buy wood and coal, and their resources are very tight. He doesn't have a lot of energy, and I think he's buying pretty good. Now, this is older prices. That's one problem with spies. You can't tell the date that it happened. It's just the last executed market, but this was probably a while ago because I haven't seen wood at this price. But he was probably buying that wood to industrialize Oklahoma if he's doing it right. He finally put 2 buildings here in Wilburton, the double coals, assuming that there's a railroad going right there. And lastly, I'm taking out Central Nevada. I just have some infantry here. I'm expecting to take them out at day change. The group in the south is going to take the capital while the group in the north is going to delay an attack and then go this way to finish them up. They're doing a delay attack because I don't want to sit here. And I want to play defensive to maximize the kills against this group that's coming at me. But overall, this wasn't bad. I didn't actually lose Ibex either. And my artillery piece could be right here and shoot and still be in my province to get that morale boost with my infantry. So I was just aggroing the AI, and it was quite bad. You can see the kills are 72,000 versus 7,000. Oh, and you can see the Kentuckians. They're coming. They're moving. And they're wide open. I may not even need to have done this. I think me actually doing this and Kentucky attacking is making him quit. Maybe he's still sleeping. I think he's more active later on. But this is open and this is open. All I want to do is just take this and leave. Let Kentucky deal with AI Missouri after I take them out. This was a good idea, and I didn't realize South Mexico was going to get betrayed and that Missouri was probably going to ally with them, and I just took them out. Embarrassing. If they just waited for me, they could have both jointly attacked here as I move in. Wait for me instead of keep moving. Who knows? There's plenty of things they could have done better, but you don't know what you don't know. Well, I'm fighting off his last main army, but I have a dilemma. He just bought 10 armored cars. Now, I knew this artillery was being built for my spy. This is just too much. I don't know if I need to sacrifice my whole army, but I'm undecided. So this is just delaying me. It's not the end of the world. It's annoying because I should have already taken the capital, so I could have gotten this double resource province, but now he's just literally just wasting my time. And he bought a fort. It's already level 3. So I'm sending in round 2 army. I didn't want to do this. But if he's just going to spend gold, what can you do? It's fine. Time is still on my side. It's just going to delay me by a few days because I'm not going to attack gold spammer. That's just a waste of my time. I don't know why he keeps buying armored cars too. Also a waste of time. What are you going to do? I'm trying to, in 12 minutes, I should kill off the rest of his army. You know, I lost 23 infantry. He lost 38 infantry and armored car. He's going to lose the rest of them at the next round. And I'm going to try and just shoot his artillery before it gets in, just to wound him a little bit because I only have 2 artillery and they're already hurt now because I had to keep them together. I didn't want to risk separating them and then gold spam armored cars get me or the army I was trying to hold off gets me. So I kept them together. It's fine. But yeah, I'm going to have to just be delayed by a couple more days. What is this balloon doing here, Texas? That's a bummer. South Mexico is still getting wrapped up and it is what it is. Not how I wanted this to go.